What's going on YouTube? You're going to notice I'm a little bit more animated than my last video. I was sick when I filmed the first one, but that one absolutely blew up. I was going to upload that and go, okay, I'm going to get about 200 views, and then I'll learn thumbnails and everything before Modern Warfare 3, and then I'll hit this YouTube thing later. Well, thanks to all of you, it's time to grind now. So I'm going to get down and dirty in the nitty-gritty of my movement guide here for the finals. I know it's just a beta, so I'm going to call this negative day one or day -1 movement guide so that I can build off of what I teach here when the game finally releases and we can get our hands on it. This is my kit. I usually run, other than the weapons are going to be a little bit different. These I have just for demonstration purposes, but the gas grenade is super expensive in terms of in-game currency, so you're going to unlock that later. But the motion sensor, flashbang, thermal vision, I keep all three of these in reserve because I use these the most. But this is what I am using. I definitely think evasive dash is better than the grappling hook, but that is preference. And let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of the mechanics of this game. I'm going to teach you 7 movement techniques that I've learned and have been using in my gameplays. 2 of them have hardcore examples from our gameplay from yesterday. So let's get into it. The slide jump, jump slide, B-hop, the dash zag, the reload dash zag, snaking, and the undercam slide. These are the 7 things that I've been using movement-wise to win more gunfights. Let's start with the slide jump. It's pretty simple. In this game, you get a pretty decent slide after you start your sprint. So you click in the sprint button, press your slide button, and you start a slide. It goes pretty far, and you can ADS and fire through the entire thing. Now, movement is making yourself a harder target to hit. And how to make yourself a harder target to hit through this slide is jumping at the end of this. Since you can ADS through your jump animation and your slide animation, it helps you chow fights much easier. Say I want to go into this fight with this individual. He's running this way, I need to take him out, and I want to use the slide jump to start this gunfight. So what I would do is I would click in my running stick, which is my left stick. I don't know how your button combinations work, but my left stick, I click it in, start my slide, aim at him, and jump. That way, from his POV, I'm aiming at you, and you go low. He starts tracking you low, and once you jump, it goes above his chevron, making you a harder target to hit. Now, on the flip side of this, another way to engage this individual is if I wanted to do the jump slide. It is the exact same thing. It's all about building momentum in this game, a lot like Titanfall or Apex. I jump and then start a slide, so I would hit my sprint button, jump, and then slide and start from a low point of view. So instead of him having to track me going low and then high, which would make it almost impossible, especially with a low amount of aim assist, he would track you going up and then immediately shooting down and doubling your speed. Very hard target to track, in my opinion. Again, you would click your stick in, jump, slide, and start shooting and aiming to start the gunfight. Now, to build off of these fundamental movement techniques, you can add a B-hop in this game. Now, from what I've seen, it varies. Sometimes you can get one good one, sometimes you taper out. So say I want to jump slide into this, right? Or a slide jump. Same individual going the same direction. I'm engaging in this gunfight. I want to use movement to make myself a harder target. So I hit my sprint button, I slide, I jump, and as soon as I land, I hit another jump. So from his POV, you're sliding in underneath his chevron, you jump up, and then you land, he thinks he has you, you jump back up again, and you can imagine how jumping back up out of his entire sight picture makes him go up again, and you come back down naturally. So if he were to track this perfectly, it would look like this, which no one does naturally, giving you the advantage. That is B-hopping. Now, this is the fundamentals of the movement techs in this game. You can do all of these that I've gone over already with the medium and heavy characters. They are a lot harder with the heavy. The medium can pull them off pretty well. If you can get these down, you spend about 15 minutes in this practice area and you make a muscle memory, you'll win at least 50% more of your gunfights because you're such a harder target to hit. Again, this is a beta, but I can't imagine any of these techs being taken out from the game. Now, before I get too far into the ability-based movement techs, I do want to go over one more basic thing, and that is snaking. This hinges on cover. It's not just something you get base no matter what in every situation. If you have something cover, a piece of cover that covers half of your body, you're going to want to snake. So say I want to go and chow this individual. I need to get to the end of this hallway. Either the money chest is down there, my teammates are down there. I need to get past him, and I'm going to have to kill him. I know he's there, so I want to chow and get to this cover. What most people would do is they would sprint, slide, and then pop up, look, see that he's to my left, and then change over and find him, and then start firing. What snaking allows you to do is come in, that same individual's there, I need to get through here, I'm going to use this cover. And instead of guessing where he's going to be, you go up and down, spamming that crouch button, and see how I can keep my crosshairs on him, even though I'm still behind cover. That way, when I commit to the gunfight, I already know exactly where he is. So from his POV, you can be moving, and he's trying to figure out where you're at, and then as soon as you commit to that gunfight, bullets are already flying and hitting his way. Another way to gain an advantage in a gunfight using movement is what I like to call the undercam slide. What you want to do, and I did this against a heavy, I think this is a heavy dummy, yes, he's double my size, is you take advantage of your height, which should be a disadvantage. His camera's up here, aiming at you. You use your speed to undercut his camera while he was aiming at you and shoot him on below, and then as soon as he is looking down to shoot at you, you stand up and start backing up. Here's a faster example of it. Now I want to go into some of the things you can do with my favorite ability, the dash ability. What I love most about it is that not only does it make you a harder target to hit, but it also gets you out of some sticky situations that you couldn't do otherwise. Now my names for these are very simple. The dash zag is just the dash going back and forth while you're engaging in a gunfight. Say I want to get into a gunfight, he gets the first shots off. In order to take yourself out of the center of his crosshairs, it's pretty simple. You can jump, go one direction, snap back the other way, and while he's committed to you being right here, you get yourself on target and get your first shots off, therefore giving you the advantage in the gunfight that would otherwise be his. Now, where the extra step in this comes in is if that doesn't work and you start running out of ammo, like I do ever so often because I don't have aim assist turned on, now he hasn't fired a single bullet because I engage the gunfight, and he starts shooting me back, and I need to reload. Now, in this game, your ability here does not stop the reload animation. So what I can do is, oh crap, I need to reload. He started to shoot at me. Start the reload animation, and while I'm reloading, use the dash to get off of his camera. And by the time the reload is done, outside of his center view, and ready to win the gunfight. Let me reload my gun before you shoot me, bro. Rude. Alright guys, so without getting too complicated, because again, this is a beta, I hope I gave you a good amount of insight into the core mechanics of this game and how to use movement to become a moving target, a harder target to hit. Hopefully you start winning some more games, and on full release, I'll do another movement guide with everything that has changed, if anything has been changed. Make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, turn on those bell notifications if when this game comes out you want that new movement guide and want to be alerted right away. And if not, I appreciate you coming by anyway, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.